Before that, we will see the SAP versions. Okay. So
Okay.
generally, how the SAP versions is started initially, and now where we are. Okay. So SAP start with the versions like ECC, Enterprise Structure, with 4.0 versions. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the
System.
initial system version. Then SAP changed to ECC 6.0, 6.0, then EHP 1, 6.0, then one more version, EHP 1, HP 1, and HP 2, like EHP 6 version. Okay.
Okay.
Now, after this version, they bring S4 HANA as a database,
Okay.
as a DB. Okay. So until here, we have the Oracle. Oracle is a database for us. Okay. And after that, the SAP changed it to Oracle database. Oracle database also provide um, help for the EHP 6 and EHP 7. Okay. For
Okay.
that, it's also enhanced. Then they started like one more version called as S4 HANA 1510, 16, 1510. Okay, and 1609. Okay, 1710. Okay, like that, we are in 2020 version. So every year they are releasing each SAP updated versions they are releasing. Okay,
Okay.
so the functionality wise there is no change, but the look and feel is changed from one version to another version. If you see the EHP and if you go for HANA version, so you have the drastic change of the screens, but the functionality is same. There is no change in the functionalities. Okay.
Okay.
So if I tell as the screens, you able to see the Fury applications like UEFI applications in the S4 HANA system, and in the EHP, you can see guided user interface. Okay, so that's differences we able to see in the SAP versions. Okay, and apart from that, in the latest versions, in the ECC, we have the concept called as a vendor master and customer master. In the S4 HANA, like they bring it to a single version called as a business partner. Okay, so this is different things they changed in the compared to SAP ECC to the S4 HANA. Okay, now we'll see landscape. You understand?
Yeah. Now, currently, which version we are using? 2022.
So people are using still EHPs. Okay,
Okay.
some industries are still there in the EHP 6, EHP 7 with Oracle database.
And HANA.
Some are in HANA database, some are
Okay.
moved to 1909 version.
Okay.
It is not like that everyone is using same. It is a mixed thing.
Okay.
So different people are using different versions. It's depend. Okay.
Okay.
So next is a landscape. So generally how the system architecture, okay, or how the system landscape will be available in the system. So we have dev server, quality server, production server. Okay. So what is
Okay.
meant by dev server? Again, this dev server, we have the different clients. Client 100. Okay. So we have the dev server. We have the quality server, we have the production server. Okay. This server again, they can divide multiple clients, client 100, client 110, client 120. Okay. Quality, we have only single client, and production, we have the client 300. Okay.
Okay.
So what is meant by client 100 and 200? Okay. So they divided, see, this development server, we divide into three parts. One is a, functional client, which is called as a golden client. Okay. And we have the testing client. Okay. Like a sandbox. We have the sandbox called as a 120. And we have like ABAP client. Okay. So in the configuration client, generally, we do only the configurations. We don't touch much more about the doing the testing in the config client. That's why it is called as a golden client. Okay, so in the golden client, we mainly concentrate about the configuration. We won't touch anything in the system. Okay, then we have the 110 client, okay, which is called as a ABAP client. So those people will do the only ABAP changes and all those things. And we have one more client called as a 120, which is called as a sandbox. Okay, so this sandbox we can use as a different purpose. Like you can use it for the R&D purpose. Generally, people are using. Okay. So,
Okay.
if you want to do any configuration, generally we will do in the development server. Okay. Once this development server is done, then it can be moved to quality server. Okay. So, in the quality server, what we will do? We will do the integration testing. Okay. And once integration testing is done, then they will move to the UAT got the sign off. Then we will move the checklist to the production server. Okay. So in the production server, generally what we are doing, business will do the regular transactions. Okay. So which they are handling all those things. Okay. Clear?
Okay. Okay. Clear.
Okay. So this is done like how the servers will be there, development, quality, and production. Okay. So then we have the concept called as a transport request. Okay. So generally this transport request, we have the two types. One is a just a second.
Okay.
Okay. So generally the transportation request. So as I just now told, so once we done the configuration, so what kind of configuration we'll do? So yesterday we discussed about the entire topics, right? So that all topics we are going to do the configurations in the dev server. Okay. So
Okay.
once you save that things in the dev server, system automatically creates a transport request. Okay. So
Okay.
what kind of a transport request which will be create when you are saving? Okay. When you do the functional changes, Okay. So any functional changes like creating the purchasing group, plant and storage location. Okay. So
Okay.
whatever the functional consultant do the changes in the SAP system, which will capture the customization request. Okay.
Okay.
Any technical changes. So what is mean by technical changes? Here we have the ABAP or basis. Okay, so these are all technical changes like coding changes. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
this will cover under the workbench request. Okay, so generally customization request we can see in the, like this. Okay, and functional changes, any system like a system changes, like we do the plan configuration, company configuration, purchase organization configurations.
They are under a customization request.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you clear this. What is a customization request?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Again, these customization request. Okay, so not customization request, even the workbench request also. Okay, so whenever you are saving this one, so it will be created as a combination of a parent and child. Parent and child. So what is mean by parent and what is mean by child here? Okay, so for example, okay, so I have a workbench request like so this request is created. This is me parent request. Okay, work 102001. So this is called as a child request. Okay.
Okay.
So any changes in the system. So for example, if you do the changes uh, called as a plant, you configure the plant in the system. Okay, then system automatically captured this customization request. Okay, then once you click on that, the system will be saved under this customization request. Okay, so if you go and check the customization request, again it have the one parent, another one is a child. Okay, in the child, the most of the data will be stored. Okay, so whatever the configuration you do in the system, so that will be able to stored in the child request. Okay,
Okay.
so now this is about how you can see the child request and the parent request. A child request is always +1 to the parent request. Okay, but when you want to move the changes, okay, from development server to quality server, okay, the thumb rule is you need to release the TR. Okay, so how you need to release the TR? First, you need to release the child request. Okay, then you need to release the parent. Okay, then system will be ready to move from development server to quality server.
Quality server.
Okay, so who will move these changes from development to quality server? Okay, so there is a different things, the different transactions we are using. So how we can see the TR? There is a transaction called as a SE10 TR transport request details. Okay, and SAC1, so which will be generally used for the client copy. Okay, STMS server copy.
In
Okay.
SAP, everything comes with code only, right?
Everything come with.
That code SC10,
Ah,
SCC1.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
So different transactions will have a different code. So
okay.
okay. So if you know that SE10, generally what we'll see, you can see the transport request, how the transport request, what are the details will be available in the SE10. Okay. If you see
Okay.
client copy SCC1, okay, which means if you want to move the changes from development like 100 client to 110 client, okay, so what will happen? It will be make it as a client copy.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you want to move your server from dev server to quality server, so they will do with the STMS. Okay. Generally, most of the companies, functional consultant won't do this one. This can be done by basis guys.
Okay.
So basis people will move. One system to another system. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. But before the TR movement, okay. So what we need to do? We need to release. Like first we need to release a child, then
Child parent.
the parent. Then only we need to send the email to the basis. Basis will be move the changes from one server to another.
Another.
Okay, clear?
Okay.
So you clear like a landscape, how it can be and how the transport request.
Mm.
You have any doubts?
No.
Okay.